taking notice, taking notice, taking notice. Determination, laser focus, banging on they know they taking notice.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Temps a little hot today at Lincoln Financial Field, but keep in mind it is technically still summer as we get you ready for some football in Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is fielded at the goal line. And bulldozing through multiple tackles. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
A first down throw for Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
What's the we're going to 54 right here.
To throw is Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
A gain of 14, but it's now third down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. I'm going to go 47. Hey, let's get this. Watch 18. 18's the mic.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hatchet. We go 46.
On second down and 4, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And now it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Switch gears.
Now Prescott. Got
his man there, complete to Gallup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. A first down carry by Elliott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw is Wentz. Going long here for Wallace. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Now Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check three, check three.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down. And you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
No. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike, 57. I smell fear in it. We're going to 53.
Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taking on the midfield logo. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They can't hang with us.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Let's find 2. Check 3. Under 10. 10. Hey, watch the edge. Hey, stand. Do. Pilot, 64, weak. Over here.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Empty. Check nine. Sunday.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Watch the safety.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw, it's Wentz. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the pistol, here's Elliott. Shoves him away. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He'll buy some time right. Gonna take a shot, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
14, 82, 14. There's Jim. He's mine. Mike Watson.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Here we go. When's the mic?
From the gun, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Pick it up. Joker. Check 52. Check. We're going to 52. Shoot. Match box. Right.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
At the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 20. 54. Mike, 54. Check pass.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Cowboys take over first.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 30-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got kill. Set.
Prescott now, option right. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, baby.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
No. No. Check 4.
Wentz. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point.
He's got a man complete. That one good for 37 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A second down throw for Prescott. Complete. It's Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. I got one. Mike 18. Ready? Watch 18. 18's the mic.
Prescott yet again. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. Prescott now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Prescott from the gun on third. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Down the man inside, down the man. Check 43.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll go again with Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 26.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go, back man. 120. Great. Kill. 57. This 57. Switch gears. Check 37. Pick that.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Throw left side complete. It's Chandler. And he'll go down at the 28.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Tighten up. Hey, alert 3.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
First down, Dallas.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. 10th carry now for Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
47. 18, Mike, 18. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You won't get this. You're all mine. 47. 26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down, Cowboys.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Tight end's right. So we're going to 52. Got 4 down. Whip. Watch the whip.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Here goes 47. Watch 18. 18's the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 26.
And again, it's Prescott. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19.
A gain of 15. First down, Dallas.
Check 3. Switch it. Everybody, 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, you got to get the stop here, D. Watch 18. 18's the mic. Cut. Mike 18. You remember me? Let's go, baby. Check 3. 26.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And his throw is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Set, baby. Set.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Another run with Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
There we go. Back. Waiting. Ram. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 3. Get there.
It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now Wentz. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Number 6. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He's able to find Wallace. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting. Okay, on the side. Solid. Check safety.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
And the Cowboy first down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Cooper was the target there.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He's going to field this at the 4.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come.